Like we always do at this time. What up, y'all? It's your boy Qaulity, Brick City Thug. I'm sitting here and I'm bugging this shit. We on another episode of I Told You So. Because I told y'all about these two goofy ass old men. P, we already heard about him, and we know that he was in jail sleeping with punks and everything before he came home. And the old man P just looks suspect. Always want to be around a bunch of little ass kids and shit. Like, what the fuck? I told you the old man like an old ass pervert, but in reality, they was sitting around these young boys so they could rob them for their money. Little baby done got finesse out of $150 million. They sold a record label for $300 million. Half of the record label owned to half of the record label owned to was ran by Lil Baby. What about the Migos? What about Lil Yachty? What about all the other people that was on the label? Huh. Guess they all fucked over. Now watch this here. We gonna get into it. And shouts out to Rap Threats.
They were gonna buy him out of his deal for 150 and have him signed. Baby was like, and they said, oh, you can't make your mind up? All right, we'll just go to your bosses and give them double for everybody. And they bought the entire 300.
Imagine being offered $150 million for your music catalog. Life-changing money that could set your family up for generations. Now imagine your own CEO, the man who discovered you and helped build your career, going behind your back to steal that exact deal while you stayed loyal to him. That's exactly what happened to Lil Baby. And after years of silence, he's finally speaking out about how QC's CEOP finessed him out of the biggest payday of his career. We're talking about one of the most calculated betrayals in hip-hop history. Lil Baby, being the loyal soldier he is, refused to take a meeting with Scooter Braun about a $150 million buyout because he didn't want to go behind his CEO's back. But while Baby was showing that loyalty, P was having secret conversations with the...
Didn't I tell y'all about these jokers? Finessing his name. He trying to be loyal. They took $150 million a piece and said F him.
Same executive, ultimately selling the entire QC label for $300 million, with Baby getting absolutely nothing from the deal that was originally meant for him. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how one of hip-hop's biggest success stories turned into one of its most shocking betrayals, and why Lil Baby's reaction is sending shockwaves through the entire industry. So if you want to know the real story behind the QC empire and why this situation is making every artist question their own label relationships, you need to stick around until the...
Nah, P saw a young nigga that didn't know the business that he could finesse out of money. Because wasn't he locked up for fraud already?
P approached Baby about making a transition from the streets to the studio. P's pitch was simple. You're already living the life that rappers talk about. You already have the respect and the stories. So why not turn that into legal money through music? For Baby, this wasn't just about switching careers. It was about finding a way to maintain his lifestyle and support his family without the constant legal risks that come with street life. P was offering him a path to legitimacy that could potentially be even more lucrative than what he was already doing. P didn't just sign Baby and hope for the best. He invested time, money, and resources into developing him as an artist. He connected him with the right producers, got him in the studio with experienced engineers, and provided the industry knowledge that Baby needed to navigate the music business. The early days of their relationship were genuinely collaborative. P was teaching Baby about the music industry, helping him develop his sound, and providing the platform he needed to reach audiences beyond Atlanta. Baby was bringing the authenticity and work ethic that would become the foundation of his success. Once Lil Baby committed to music, his rise was nothing.
Lil Baby watched these dudes F off the Migos, and he thought that he was going to be different. He thought that they weren't going to do it to him because he was Lil Baby. He was they Lil Baby. Yeah, all right.
Nothing short of extraordinary. We're talking about an artist who went from never recording a song to becoming one of the biggest names in hip-hop in less than 2 years. His first mixtape, Perfect Timing, dropped in April 2017, and it immediately showed that P's instincts were right. Baby had a natural ability to translate his street experiences into compelling music. His flow was effortless. His storytelling was authentic, and his work ethic was incredible. By 2018, with the release of Harder Than Ever, Baby had achieved something that most artists spend years trying to accomplish. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, and songs like Southside were getting massive radio play and streaming numbers. But here's where the story gets really interesting from a business perspective. As Baby's success grew, so did his earning potential. We're talking about an artist who went from making no money from music to commanding six-figure performance fees in less than 18 months. The touring revenue alone was staggering. Baby went from performing at small venues for a few $1,000s to headlining major venues for $200,000 per show. By 2019, his performance fees had reached $500,000 per show. By 2020, he was commanding over $1 million per performance for major festivals and special events. The streaming revenue was equally impressive. Songs like Drip Too Hard with Gunna accumulated hundreds of millions of streams. His collaboration with Drake on Yes Indeed became one of the biggest songs of 2018. Every project he released was performing better than the last. From P's perspective, this success validated everything he had believed about Baby's potential. He had taken someone with no music industry experience and helped turn them into one of the most successful artists in hip-hop. For Baby, the success was life-changing. He was able to provide for his family, move them out of dangerous situations, and build generational wealth through his music. The transition from the streets to legitimate success.
And Lil Baby thought that they was going to do this to all these other people, just not to him. Okay.
That the same lawyers weren't surprised by these allegations. QC had a reputation for being shrewd negotiators who structured deals to maximize their own profits, sometimes at the expense of their artists' long-term financial interests. Other artists who had been signed to QC also had similar stories. Offset had to pay millions to get his solo rights back from the label. Young Thug, in leaked phone calls, talked about how QC artists weren't making the money they should have been making given their commercial success.
But when Thug said it, they made it like, oh yeah, he's lying. He just hate him. He was telling the truth.
This reputation was well known in industry circles. When major deals were being discussed involving QC artists, everyone understood that P and his team were going to prioritize QC's interests above everything else. In 2021, Scooter Braun, one of the most powerful managers and executives in the music industry, identified Lil Baby's catalog as one of the most valuable assets in hip-hop. The offer he made was staggering: $150 million for Lil Baby's music catalog. But here's where Baby's character and loyalty came into play. When Scooter's team reached out about setting up a meeting to discuss the deal, Baby's response was telling. According to multiple sources, including leaked phone conversations, Baby told Scooter's representatives that he couldn't take a meeting without involving P and QC. Baby's exact words were something along the lines of not wanting to feel like he was going behind his CEO's back.
And they went right behind his back and sealed the deal and didn't get him nothing.
He said P was his real homie and that he didn't want to do anything that would seem disloyal or underhanded. This response shows everything you need to know about Baby's character at that time. He had an opportunity to secure $150 million for himself, but he was more concerned about maintaining loyalty to the person who had helped launch his career. From Baby's perspective, this made perfect sense. P had taken a chance on him when he wasn't even a rapper. P had invested time, money, and resources into building his career. So when presented with this massive financial opportunity, Baby's instinct was to make sure P was involved and that everyone benefited from the deal. Scooter's team reportedly told Baby that he didn't need to bring P to the meeting, that this was about Baby's individual catalog. But Baby insisted that he wouldn't move forward without P being involved. This is where the story takes a dark turn, because while Baby was being loyal and refusing to take meetings without P was having his own conversations with Scooter Braun's team. According to the leaked phone calls that later surfaced, P was well aware of Scooter's interest in Baby's catalog, but instead of working with Baby to structure a deal that would benefit both of them, P saw an opportunity to maximize his own profits. While Lil Baby was refusing to take meetings with Scooter Braun out of loyalty to P and QC, P was conducting his own negotiations behind Baby's back. The leaked phone calls reveal the full scope of what actually happened. According to P's own words in the recorded conversations, after Baby refused to meet with Scooter without P being present, Scooter's team went directly to P with a different proposition. Instead of buying just Baby's catalog for $150 million, they offered to buy the entire Qaulity Control label for $300 million. Here's the crucial detail. Scooter didn't actually want the entire QC catalog. According to P's own admission in the phone calls, Scooter's primary interest was in Baby's music. The $300 million offer for the entire label was essentially Scooter paying double to get what he really wanted, Baby's catalog, while P got to keep the extra money that should have gone to Baby. P's exact words in the leaked call were something like, Scooter tried to buy Baby for $150 million, but Baby wouldn't take the meeting without me. So Scooter went around Baby and bought the whole label from me for $300 million. Think about the mathematics of this betrayal. Baby was offered $150 million for his catalog. P sold the entire label, with Baby's catalog being the primary asset, for $300 million. Baby received nothing from this deal, while P pocketed the entire $300 million. In the phone calls, P is...
NBA's YoungBoy did the same thing to Baby Joe. And then turned around and said he stole from him. Nigga, you stole from him first.
Actually bragging about how he outmaneuvered Baby. He's explaining how Baby's loyalty was essentially used against him, while Baby was trying to do the worst for his catalog and had turned...
Now he sat there and beat up Offset, ran him off the label, just so they could turn around and get fucked over the same way he did.
Turned it down out of loyalty to P. Second, P had used that loyalty against him to structure a deal that benefited QC while giving Baby nothing. Third, Baby's music was the primary reason the deal was valuable in the first place. From a financial perspective, Baby had lost out on generational wealth because he tried to do the right thing. The $150 million he was offered would have been life-changing money that could have secured his family's future.
So now Lil Baby don't even own his own catalog.
For generations. But the betrayal went beyond just money. This was about trust, loyalty, and the fundamental nature of their business relationship. Baby had viewed P as more than just a CEO. He had seen him as a mentor, a friend, and someone who genuinely cared about his success. The leaked phone calls revealed that P viewed their relationship very differently. While Baby saw loyalty and partnership, P saw business opportunities and profit maximization. The unfollowing on social media sent a clear message to the industry. The relationship between Baby and QC was over, and everyone needed to understand that Baby felt betrayed by what had happened. The Lil Baby and QC situation sent shockwaves through the hip-hop industry that extended far beyond just one artist and one label.
That's what Lil Baby get for going to that white party, letting them niggas hug him. Because once he did that, he let them know that them niggas was rocking like that. And I told you, he rocked like that. Young Thug was rocking like that. Yachty was rocking like that, you know?
The leaked phone calls and the details of P's betrayal became a case study in how the music business operates when big money is involved. For other artists, Baby's situation served as a cautionary tale about loyalty and business relationships. Here was someone who had done everything right. He had been loyal, he had generated massive success for his label, and he had tried to handle business situations with integrity. Yet he still got betrayed when the numbers got large enough. The situation also highlighted the importance of ownership and contract structures in the music industry. Baby's catalog was worth $150 million, but because of how his deal with QC was structured, he had no control over what happened when outside parties wanted to buy it. Industry lawyers...
They took his money and his music the same way they did the Migos. Killed Takeoff before Takeoff poor little stuff even got to start arguing about his money good.
Business managers began using Baby's situation as an example when advising their clients about contract negotiations. The case showed how artists could create enormous value but still be vulnerable to exploitation if they didn't have proper ownership structures and legal protections. But perhaps most importantly, the situation changed how artists thought about loyalty in business relationships. Baby's loyalty to P had cost him $150 million. And that lesson wasn't lost on other artists who were dealing with their own label relationships. The hip-hop community's reaction was largely supportive of Baby. Fans and other artists recognized that he had been betrayed by someone he trusted, and there was widespread criticism of P's actions. When you look at the whole picture of what happened between Lil Baby and QC's CEO P, it's one of the most shocking betrayals in hip-hop history.
No, it's not. His mother said he wasn't shit. And this fool, see him sat there and do the Migos who helped them build their first studio, they did them dirty. What happened to old poor Quavo? Did they give Quavo some money? Because Quavo ain't arguing, is he? Ask yourselves. He was down with them stealing the label from them. He was down with them killing Takeoff. Okay.
Baby's loyalty cost him $150 million, while P's betrayal netted him $300 million. The leaked phone calls revealed not just what happened, but P's attitude about it, showing an industry executive who saw artist loyalty as something to be exploited rather than respected. This story matters because it exposes how the music business really operates when big money is involved. It shows how artists can create enormous value but still be vulnerable to exploitation if they don't have proper protections. And it demonstrates why loyalty in business relationships needs to be backed up by legal safeguards and ownership structures. Baby's reaction, unfollowing QC and distancing himself from P, was measured but clear. He understood that the relationship was over and that he needed to protect himself going forward. For the hip-hop industry, this situation serves as a cautionary tale about trust, loyalty, and the importance of fair business practices. The $150 million that Baby lost represents more than just money. It represents the cost of misplaced trust and the importance of protecting yourself in an industry that doesn't always reward loyalty. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification.
And I'll say this again. Remember I told y'all, Q was in jail for scamming people. And that old man looked at real suspect around all these little young boys. He looked at real suspect. And notice, they not saying he got no money. They just saying P got money. And the other white guy got the money that bought the label. They ain't saying nothing about the old coach nigga. Just in case little Baby forgot this, I didn't. His own mother.
House was a house of prayer, where a snake is a snake is a snake is a snake. These witches, these warlocks, they be in your own damn bloodline. Now, I just want to give my condolences to this family.
Now, she was saying that he had something to do with what happened to Takeoff. She said that he's evil, he's a snake, and then Baby trusted him. Turned against offsetting them, fought offsetting them. Oh, we run this label? Well, you ran it all right. You ran it up. Your catalog was offered $150 million that you never received, little Baby. Now, little Baby out here bragging to us, so he slept with this person's girl. Who cares? I don't care who little Baby slept with. We should be worrying about who done fucked little Baby. Because somebody fucked him out $150 million and kept it pushing. This your boy Qaulity. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gone. Peace. I think there was some jealousy going on here. Hey, since little Baby hugged this man, let this man hug him from the back like that, shit just never been the same. Lil Durk was out there. Look at the tall guy. I'm not even going to say what he looked like. James Harden. Lil Durk. Lil Durk got there with some hot waters with some suspenders on. Look at Lil Baby. Lil Baby normally had wear short shorts like the tall dude got on the short shorts. That's how Baby shorts was. But they was trying to look cool out here. But we know what they was on this boat doing and why they was hugged up like that. And QC Mike got jealous. Put Durk in jail. Robbed Lil Baby and the rest of the QC niggas for their money and kept it pushing on them. Where P at right now? And where's that old gray nigga? The coach at? Where the old ass coach at? Nigga said we're spending Lil Baby money. That's where he at, y'all. Once again, y'all, I'm going this time. Thank you to my subscribers, my moderators, and everybody rocking my channel. Much love to y'all. Make sure y'all take time out to smash the like button. I appreciate y'all who been doing it. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I'm gone.